Calling all entrepreneurs. Backed by popular demand. That's right, the Coffee Man Show has launched a brand new series. 15 weeks of Ibuumerang training starting August 6th every Thursday to November 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. Come get in the way of this information by giving him a call at 313-686-4817. That's 313-686-4817. Starting August 6th every Thursday to November 12th. The Coffee Man Show.
Welcome. My name is Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. That's right. I'm here to present and introduce to some, as well as present the others, Ibuumerang. That's right. It is a company that's about 18 months old that is changing the game out here. So if you're looking for something in your life to move with you as we go through this new lifestyle of living, you've tuned in to the right station. So I'm going to get right to the point, say a little bit about me, and go right into how things are going to be working in our future. Like I said, my name is Edgar Loman. I'm 60 years old. I made a decision to look. I can go back 40 years, and I was looking at things to be different. I was looking at things to do financially that the world was not producing for me at that time. And I started looking outside of the box, and I ran into a lot of different companies in the networking area to where I was literally making income from home. Didn't make a lot of money, but I made a lot of noise. I got a lot of personal development, and your income, I realized in this journey that my income started coming when I started showing up. You ever heard that statement that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear? But you can also say when the teacher is ready, the student will appear as well, because when it's your time to shine based on your consistency and your perseverance, you'll actually start showing up in areas where you're supposed to be, because we're not here by accident. I always realized that we have one shot on this planet. So the decision that I made to go beyond my circle and my circumstances has just been phenomenal, and I'm getting ready to share that with you. I mean, my story is real simple. I mean, grew up in an area where it was not productive, grew up in an area to where at 15, 16 years old, my girlfriend was already pregnant, 5 kids, 5 different women, job to job, school to school, aunt to aunt, all of those things that was adding up to not being successful in any area of my life. I was known in school as the class clown. I told jokes and done things that to get kicked out of class, because at that time education was not something that was stuck to me as far as moving forward. And as I realize here sitting today at 60 years old, that information has always been stronger to me as far as education. There's nothing wrong with education, but the information and the hands-on process of life has been very strong in my life, So enough about me. Let's go into the company. Here we're looking at Ibuumerang, which you see here, Ibuumerang. That right there is a trademark symbol. Watch out for that. Listen out for that, because back in the day when the words like Uber, the words like Google, the words like Facebook and Lyft, all of those names, and Lexus and Series, all of those names showed up in your life. And when you heard somebody say it, because the companies that created their names, they didn't call you and say, guess what? We heard the different names from different companies by hearing somebody else say it, and we asked the question, what do that mean? Oh, it means this brand new ABCD. Wow. And then we took that information and we shared it with others. and then it became a household name, household word, household habit. All of those things started with somebody doing something in private and brought it public. This right here, Ibuumerang. So remember that. When somebody come up to you and say, excuse me, do you boomerang? If you don't know, then you need to ask somebody, because very shortly, well, how long, Edgar? Shortly, it's coming. Ibuumerang is here in Michigan, and it's moving around, and there's some synergy taking place. Remember, you heard it first here from the Coffee Man, here on the Coffee Man Show, doing live business presentations 3 times a week, getting the noise as well as the information out there. So let's get into details. When we're talking about money, we always want to throw in a disclaimer, because just like a gym, when you look at a fitness gym, you look at an investment based on some personal things that you want to accomplish in your life. You're looking at paying X amount of dollars, sitting there with the expectation of changing something, the way you eat, the way you look, the way you're shaped, your endurance, things of that nature. You see the fitness equipment, you sign on the dotted line, and there is a disclaimer there to saying that the gym is not responsible for your personal efforts based on the investment that you make. Just like here at Ibuumerang, we cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get the results or earn any type of money with our program, with our information, our tools, or our strategy. Everything is based on you making the commitment to change your life financially, because the efforts that you put in will be the results that you'll see. Just like at the gym, you pay the monthly fee, you go the first 5 to 9 days, then you decide not to go, and they still billing you. You start looking at that, instead of it being an investment that you were paying into, you start looking at it like a bill. And when you're doing a gym or something of this nature, network marketing, it is a personal investment. It's not a bill. It's only a bill when you make the choice to not participate. It turns into a bill. It starts out investment based on your efforts. No efforts, bill. Multiple efforts, investment. Just like a light bill. A light bill is an investment. A gas bill is an investment. A car note is a bill. That's a choice that you made to pay to drive a certain type of vehicle. But if it's paid off, then it is an investment as far as the oil change, the gas you put in it, rotating the tires, all of those things turns into an investment. So those are just things that we need to, well as what I've learned, to put in perspective. And the information that you're going to hear today is strictly from somebody else that I inquired, meaning I don't have all the bells and whistles. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But what I am a person that's driven. I am a person that made a personal decision to get in the way of freedom. Freedom being come and go whenever you choose, wake up when you're finished sleeping, go to bed when you finish being woke. You know, it's amazing where I don't have to punch a clock. I don't remember using an alarm clock for the last 15, 20 years because I made a decision that if I follow the right cat, meaning it's okay to copy cat as long as you following the right cat. So there's the disclaimer. Yes, we're going to be talking about money. We're going to be talking about moving and shaking, and we get ready to get right into it. It is time for you to take control. Now, what do I mean by that? You want to take control of your environment, of your circle. If you're the smartest person in your circle, then it's time for you to switch circles, because my personal opinion, you should always be somewhere growing. You should always be somewhere knowing what's next. It's time for you to earn more money. And then in order to earn more money, it's easy and best to seek out those that's doing what you choose to do. What I love about this company here, the personal development that has showed up in my life has also grown up in my life to where whether I'm doing network marketing or not, my attitude is gratitude based on the personal development that I receive from the leadership that we'll talk about, because we know that everything rises and falls on leadership. And when you're hanging out in the area of growth, just get ready to grow. Point blank, period. And it's personal, and it's persistence, and it will just show up on you, and it's time for you to start a home-based business. Why is it time for you to start a home-based business? Well, very simple. The world sent everybody home. That's what they did. They sent everybody home. So since you're home, I was talking to my daughter earlier today. She's at home working for a medical facility. And then my other daughter, she's at home working for an insurance facility from home. Now, the skills that they're doing from home, they can actually start a home-based business. They're at home. The only difference, the company is paying them to be there. They got a little button on the phone where they push to let the company know that I stepped away from my area of employment for you guys for a moment. That is so amazing. So it is time for you to take control. It is time for you to earn more money. And it's also time for you to start your own home-based business. Let's look at our mission as Ibuumerang. And please believe me, hashtag, we're just different. Our mission is to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling by offering a 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. Wow. Okay, so you telling me in network marketing for the last 65 years, 65 to 70 years of the same old, where we're selling you as well as convincing you that the pills you taking is not better than the pills I'm selling, or the water or the juice or the lotions and the potions that you're using. Mine is different. Yeah, it's different. It's coming from me instead of the supplier. It's coming from me instead of the place that you usually get it at. And because we have a relationship, then I can pretty much, because people buy and use things based on the knowledge of the person they might be purchasing things from. We used to go into Kroger's because we're comfortable going to Kroger's, and familiar faces tends to have familiar places, things of that nature. But here, everything must take its turn to evolve to a point to where you just got to do it different. Look at the record player. Wow, so I'm really telling my age, because some children or some millennials don't have a clue what a record player is. I remember my daughter in the car, she started crying when I asked her to roll up the window. And when I asked her what's the problem, she said she can't find the button. And it was actually a manual roll-up type window, showing you that things have evolved to the point where the youth today don't have a clue how it used to be. So why would we hang out in the area of network marketing to the point to where the old way of doing things is trying to grow up in the new? It's not going to happen. Uber and Lyft, they disrupted and shook up the taxi cab and the limo industry, because it's time for life to evolve to a point of technology. And we'll elaborate on that as we go. 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. Okay, that right there is simple in a nutshell. That means the things that was out of reach, based on the level of income you were making, they were out of reach, but you're familiar with going to an upscale hotel and knowing that the suite on the top floor was out of your reach financially. So here you have the opportunity to hang out in a 5-star lifestyle for a 3-star price. That means if I wanted to spend $900 a night for a hotel room, if I wanted to hang out in that room, I can actually spend $300. 5-star lifestyle for a 3-star price. Now, if you hanging out in a 1 and 2-star and a 3-star hotel or lifestyle, then expect to pay a 3-star price. But this benefit here is for you to climb, dream, and go further and beyond the money that the world has been spinning on the highfalutin side of things. Hashtag we just different. So let's move right along. Let's take you from an outdated business model where in network marketing only they pay more only to the most experienced person. They would be the only ones that win. You got some monkeys out here, you got some fish, and you got some elephants to the point of moving through society and anything they put their hands on. Like a young man asked the monkey and the fish and the elephant one day okay, we want to challenge you three about climbing this tree. And he asked the fish first, hey, fish, you need to climb this tree and financial freedom will be yours. And the fish was like, wow, if I get out of the water, I'll die. Wow. He asked the elephant, okay, elephant, if you can climb this tree, financial freedom will be yours. Like, wow, I can't climb the tree, but I can knock it over. So the fish and the elephant always had the hardest times achieving great success because, like the monkey, that's what the monkey do. He do that for a living. He do that in his sleep. He could do that blindfolded. And that's where everything as we grew up was taught to us where it was. It was on the high part of life. When you climb that corporate ladder in life and realize when you get up there, the ladder was literally leaning on the wrong building. So we're looking at things evolving to the point to where the fish and the elephant has the greatest opportunity based on technology and the way things are moving here in today's society. So into the modern era where you make money only when the customer saves money. Wow. You can make money only when the customer saves money. So that means we all at some point or another, all of us, are the customer. And subconsciously, what we do, you probably don't know it until you really think about it, we leave the house to save. So a lot of us do a lot of running late, but nevertheless, we get up early to save time. We get to a job location to save time. We go past our favorite gas station when we hear it's cheaper gas somewhere else because we're saving in every aspect of our lives, as far as time, money, energy, things of that nature. It's amazing. But if somebody call us, like they call them scam callers, hi, I'm calling you about your student loan. I can help you save money. We'll hang up and delete their number and block their number because you can't call us to save because we're so focused on leaving to save. And it's okay. So when you get involved in a company to change your life financially, you're looking to save. You're also looking to earn. You're also looking to help somebody else save and learn as well as earn. Advanced tools to help you succeed with proven leadership. So here we are talking about following a proven system to get you the results that you're looking for. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for change? Are you looking for income? Are you looking for freedom? We have it here at Ibuumerang based on the proven leadership. Let's talk about leadership. Everything in life rises and falls on leadership. Here we have the history and the leadership team right before you. Let's look at Holton Bugs right here. Young man just had a birthday, September the 28th. Amazing, just turned 48 years old. I've been knowing this guy since 2012, and everything about him, to my personal knowledge, has been advancing to the point of, okay, I'm up here, who could I bring up here? His mindset and his driven drive was always, who could I get to come where I am and teach him how to go get somebody else? Here in 1990, less than $500 a month for the first 7 years. So in his network marketing, I would say ventures, for the first 7 years in 1990, he made $500 a month for 7 years. Okay, so it wasn't his niche at that time, and it's okay. But who would do something and stay in that long knowing that the income results wasn't there. This young man made a decision that it wasn't about the money in the beginning, and he stayed the course. And in 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. That means he stayed somewhere in something long enough till the results start showing up. And based on his surroundings, he was able to create, like in 2009, record-breaking earnings in sales in at least 10 years. In the last 10 years, this young man has broken all type of financial records. And then he also supported over 45 people to earn over $1 million in their life. So here you got a young man teaching people how to be millionaires. And then you look at today's economy today, you look at Facebook, you look at Amazon, which are great companies, but we help them by no financial income to us. We help them to their financial success. I'm not mad at them because they're a great service. You know, they're a great source. But wouldn't it be cool, based on all of the stuff we're doing with Amazon and Facebook and Google, that they cut us a check? Would that be great? And then some people took advantage of that and say, hey, if you can go live and go viral, we can actually sell time in between your viral and your and have people pay to get in between the things that you're watching and doing. That is amazing. That is nothing but technology stepping in and taking over. So here we got Houghton Buggs, the chairman and the CEO in a company called Ibuumerang, which he launched March 2019. And I was sitting right there. It was in Houston. It was in March the 11th. I'm sitting there. I'm in the front row, and I'm suited up, and he comes out, and he does enough talking to get me to realize that this guy's not playing. You know, I looked at his age, and I heard what he was saying, and the age didn't matter because the conversation was way beyond this guy's age. The conversation was comfortably 15 to 30 years ahead of this guy's presence. And he put together a meeting for a little over 400 people, and to my surprise, I really wasn't impressed that he was able to have a little under 2,000 people at this launch party, where it was called Countdown for Freedom. And then you had Edward Haynes there, the global master ambassador. Now, Houghton Buggs put together a strong team of people, and together you see these 7 people here have about 160 years of experience. You got T. Gray, the VP of operations. He's make everything running smooth. You got Mark Kickart, the VP of marketing, where you got things as far as the uniform that I'm wearing now and the quality of it and the material and things of that nature. They make everything go boom. I'll tell you about that boom in a minute. Lori Spears, she's the director of travel, along with David Manning, the CEO of Extreme Travel. This guy got over 20 years of experience in the travel industry. And I'll talk about travel and him and Lori Spears later, because we needed a front door, just like Amazon used the front door for books. Just like Amazon came to society saying, hey, we got any book you want to read, any book you want to look at, in any field you want to go into, cooking, plumbing, fishing, any book you want to go into, we have that book for you online at your convenience. Let me tell you how he switched it as we go. And we look at Peter Hurst, the chief giving officer. This guy right here, we call him the connector, on the strength of him introducing David Manning to Houghton Buggs. And there you have a leadership team. And each one of these cats that you see up here, cats and gals, they have created a team of strength. Personally, like Mark Kickart has a team of people in marketing. T. Gray have a team of people in operations. And Edward Haynes is just the global master distributor. He's the first distributor in Ibuumerang to where his leadership alone is second to none. Lori Spears, She has a team of people where she talks about the different travel places. She in the trenches. They won so many certificates in their field. It just has been so amazing. You know, so let's move on down the low. Our team created the concept to make the future of business easier. Okay, so that means the business was so used to being hard. Business, I guess, is whatever you make it. Business is the title on the paperwork with the descriptions to follow. So if you give me a form and the top of it says business, and then the information, the description in there starts out with the word easier, wow, that means I go back in my mind about how hard it used to be to take care of business. You know, so now it's going to be easier, especially for those, the elephant and the fish that I was talking about earlier, that was looking for a way out, looking for a way in, looking for a way to reach back and give. You know, and that right there is key. That is something we want to get into. That's something we want to gonna elaborate on later. Let's move right along into the PRIB. Now, when I talk about the PRIB, PRIB, remember this right here. No one gave you a call about Amazon. No one gave you a call unless they wanted you to be an employee. No one gave you a call about Alexa when they started talking about you can talk to technology and technology will show up. Lexus, can you turn the lights down? Lexus, can you play that favorite song I like? Alexa, can you lock my door? Wow. Alexa, set the alarm to wake me up in the morning. So you're talking to technology about making it convenient for your life. And then we look at Series. All of these sources that we actually take not for granted, but to the benefit of making our life much better as we move into the future of what's next. See, the future is showing up daily. And when we realize, based on getting information, that this is what's next, then we make a decision. Wow, do we stay in what we're doing, knowing that it's no benefit in it? Do we move? And, you know, it's always a cinch by the inch and hard by the yard. But when you look past your situation, you'll find the skies will be a lot clearer. Now, why would it be this? And my question to you is, why not it be this? This is actually what's next. Mark these words. Perpetual residual income builder. PRIB, can you order that favorite movie with Denzel Washington? PRIB, can you make sure that the car that's bringing my food have utensils, salt and pepper, and all of those things that go with the choices that I made to have somebody else do something for me for convenience? So when we're using the PRIB, like we're using Google, like we're using Facebook, like we're using Alexa, like we're using Siri. So we're using those sources to make our life easier. Question is, outside of the PRIB, the sources that you're using now, are you being financially incentivized? Wow. So who knew that you can actually get paid every time you say Uber or Google or Lexus or Series, Facebook, TikTok, all of these names of people that's showing up on your personal platform to give us the privilege to share and play. Did you know you can be financially incentivized? Of course you didn't, because we're so busy following how it works versus looking how it will benefit you. I tend to grow up in this industry as I speak about it because I am being financially incentivized to using the source, just like the sun. Some people use the sun. The sun is a source. Somebody, technology came out, started using the sun for the heat rays to actually work your home alarm system, to actually heat your home up. It's just a source. It's always been there. That's a new part of technology where somebody is growing up and changing the way we do things. And then we follow that situation. There's still a lot of people today that mention, I'm not computer savvy. It really doesn't matter today whether you're computer savvy, because technology have evolved to the point to where, because you're not, it's just some things you're gonna have to do without. And then here I have my 14-year-old daughter downloading all of the stuff to benefit our life to make it easier. So remember the pre-op. That right there, tying you into a source where you can be financially incentivized. And right here is where I leave my phone number, 313-686-4817. 313-686-4817. Lock that number in. Google Houghton Bugs. The source can get you financially incentivized. Everybody has a cell phone. We're holding the whole world in our hand. You just playing with it? Or are you taking advantage of technology? I mean, it's funny, when Uber came out, they gave everybody a free site. We took that concept and they made it a way to where we can use that concept and be financially incentivized. Everybody using an Uber to get a ride and to be a driver is not being paid to use the service. Here at Ibuumerang, the Priya, you can be financially incentivized for using the source for services. And we'll talk about that right now. Let's look at the Priya. What would the Priya assist you in doing what many have struggled to do in the past? Okay, the customer, following up, selling, upselling, cross-selling, all of that stuff that we used to do in network marketing that was for the fish and the elephant, kind of complicated. And we see people get involved in network marketing, and in 3 to 5 days to a couple weeks, they're financially free, 6- and 7-figure income earners based on their drive. How far in your life do you want to go to where it's not working no matter what you do? You know, then you have the pre-op here that will do welcoming orientations. It'll do training, upgrades, events, and retention, meaning it'll maintain the things that you do at no cost to the customer. The pre-op, perpetual residual income builder, assists you in doing what many have struggled to do in the past. This is the present, and we're talking about the future, your future. Ibuumerang travel platform. So if Uber can start out with books, we just took it a step further. We decided to start out with the largest platform on the planet, the largest industry on the planet. It's a lot of things going on the planet, but everybody on the planet, if they haven't done it yet, I know they dreamed about it, and I'm sure they're looking forward to doing it. Travel. Wow. Travel is the front door to the pre-op, because we're looking at the pre-op as a source. So what will be the product? The product will be the boomerang. We will be talking about that later, because if you adding things to the source, we got to get people financially incentivized to use the source to benefit based on the product that they sent out. So travel is just something to do, so we decided to put it in the source. And I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. We took travel, we put it in the source. In order to take advantage of the travel portion of what we're doing, you need a product. The product is the boomerang. This year, up to date, we have over 800,000 customers, so close to 100,000 customers that do not pay a dime to use the source, because you can go inside the source and do some shopping. And when you go in there and start doing some shopping, your ID is the boomerang. And because you came in there with the boomerang, you have behind the curtains great expense, get great prices, great everything. Hashtag we're just different. So let's move on about that. Hanging out in the travel portion of the PREA, $8 trillion industry. Asia is $6 billion a day. Europe, $4.8 billion a day. United States, $2.8 billion a day. Latin America, you got $953 billion a day. And even over in Africa, you got $487 billion. Now, travel is an industry that is turning over money hand over fist. And remember, the disclaimer is based on your personal efforts. But here we're looking at Booking Holdings and Expedia Group. A lot of people in this industry of travel has been using these sources in order to book and use travel based on looking for what? That's right, a savings. So we've been to bookings.com, rent-a-car.com, Kayak, Agoga, Open Table, Priceline. We use these platforms to search for something we can't wait to do. The last few people I talked to in the last 10 days have already booked and sitting, waiting to go on a vacation. It's funny because people with a job go on vacation because you have to schedule it from the place that you're exchanging your time for money from, and there's nothing wrong with that. But self-employed people go on excursions. That means they go whenever they want to. That is the amazing part about it. We offer that same inventory, and we pass the savings on to you. So, Edgar, what do you mean? Okay, pretty simple in a nutshell. Booking Holdings, Expedia Group, those two cats, these two companies, and the other 45 websites that they own. So that means booking.com is a website. Rent-a-car.com is a website. Booking Holding is not a website. They are a company, just like Extreme Travel is a company. Expedia Group is a company. Priceline is a website that you go on these two companies. There's only two companies out here. So when you're looking on rentacars.com, that's not a company. That's just a website. That's why when you go from rentacars.com to bookings.com, they got all your information, because these are websites hanging out all on bookings.com or Expedia Group. And the industry is so big that they can bring in websites to actually mark up the prices and give you an illusion that you're getting a savings. Because if I'm selling you bread for $2 and you go on a website and you find the same bread for 80 cents, penny earned is a penny saved. That's just how it is. It's amazing. Travel, the largest industry on the planet, we chose to use that as the front door of the PREA. Once you get in there, hey, let's talk about some of the things that you can do in the PREA with the source based on the boomerang that you have. I mean, you got New York City, 4.5-star hotel, same booking, same date on Expedia. You got the same everything. The only difference is that because Ibuumerang is a greater source and Expedia is just a website, the website is telling you that for that night it's $339. That is the retail price that you will pay for using Expedia for that time and location. Here at Ibuumerang, I go for less, $178 a night. Here we got Paris, France, $400 a night. I don't know anybody that go to Paris for the weekend. They normally go 7 to 10 days, $440 a night. So I want to assume that to go to Paris, you're spending a lot of money for the entertainment on purpose. You're spending that on purpose. So $400 a night, you want to stay there 10 nights, do the math, the numbers. You want to save up to go there and enjoy yourself. The majority of your costs should not be getting there and staying there. It should be on the excursions while you there. That's why iGo has it, that same location from Travelocity. Ours is $130 a night. So the difference between $440 and $130, the math is right there. You're saving $310 that you don't have to use to stay there. You can actually use that to enjoy your time there. And that is the amazing part about iGo for less. You got to have a 6-digit code. You got to have a password. You got to have the code in order to use behind the curtain prices, because it's out there. It's some prices out there that people are literally, I mean, you know, you got airline people that fly for free, friends and family, things of that nature. You know, you also got prices of people that work at car dealerships and the big three, the factories, how they can get this factory price versus you not knowing nobody at the factory, you pay more. So everybody running around saving. But if I jack my prices up in the air, and you're used to paying $7 for a hamburger, and somebody come out with the same hamburger and sell it for $2.99, that is a savings. Only because they leveled the playing field to the point to where you're not the only person that can do what you do and get what you've always been getting. You know, hashtag just different. Let's move along and talk about having access to a 5-star lifestyle. And just having access to a 5-star lifestyle, meaning that it's a higher living going on out there in the areas of hotels and rent-a-cars and cruises and flights and homes and weeks and marketplace and timeshare owners. Familiar with timeshares? We have timeshares on our site to where pennies on a dollar to stay there for a whole week. You know, me and my daughter just recently booked something for Thanksgiving, Florida. We got a resort out there, 7 days. I was asking somebody how much did they think it cost. It's probably a little under $1,200. That's what they were saying. Literally, it's a little under $400 for the week. Behind the curtain prices that you can take advantage of. See, now I'm living a 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. So knowing that I can't get into a resort paying $100 a night and expecting a 5-star lifestyle, I'm going to get whatever $100 to pay for, a bed and a pillow, and I might have to watch the TV in the foyer, but that's another story. Look at the additional lifestyle activities, rewards, and the savings that come along with Ibuumerang. You got the wine clubs, the gift cards, the restaurant savings, the shore excursions, the theme parks, outdoor activities, shopping rewards, worldwide tours, and emergency travel services is provided based on the different things that you want to do here at Ibuumerang. Now, the question is very simple. Do you boomerang? That word right there will travel very far very soon. Yeah. If somebody have not asked you yet, it's coming. I would want to be the person that when somebody asks me, do you boomerang? I want to say yes. I want to be the person asking somebody, do they boomerang? And they say no. And soon they say no. I can introduce them to the technology that's coming. So when they hear it again, they'll go back to the first person that asked them, do you boomerang? And the question is yes. Yes, I boomerang. And boomerang is with a smart code. You know, this technology where you can generate a code online. I can send you a text, an email anytime. Send me a text right now, 313-686-4817, and I will send you a smart code to where you will have access to all things, not small things, pertaining to right now in the pre-op, we're talking about travel. Are we a travel company? Of course not. We're just hanging out in the largest industry on the planet. Receive a code from the sender, which is me. Activate that code by going to igoboomerang.com, igoboom.com. And every time you activate that code, Ibuumerang nourishes a child through the Boom Foundation. So far to date, 4.4 million proper servings have been served to children around the world. That is amazing. The travel saving bonuses, we'll get off into the money portion. Feel free to call me, 313-686-4817. We'll talk about how the money works. We already talked about knowing that whatever you put in, you'll get out. We can talk about that, how you can save as a customer up to 20%, and as a travel saving ambassador, you can save up to 41% on these type of services, and it is just amazing. One of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry is the drive share industry. Drive share, wow, that is another vertical inside the pre-op. So that means we're 18 months old. We've been sending out different information, and based on the team that we have, we bought our own rideshare company. It's debt-free, black-owned, debt-free. Wow. So you got Uber and Lyft out here. Are you being financially incentivized for Uber and Lyft? Of course not. But here at Ibuumerang Vibe Rides, you can actually earn income when others drive. You can also earn income when others ride. This right here is the D3, 3 ways to earn. When they drive, when others drive, and when the customer ride. That means you can create a fleet of drivers. Create a fleet of drivers. Vibe Ride is coming to Michigan. Once we get 1,000 drivers, remember, people getting a ride will always be bigger than the people driving. So soon the service get here, the riders will show up. Right now we're looking for drivers. And we're going to keep this ball rolling. Active income earn up to 75% when you drive. You know, after the distance and the time charged after the first 50 rides each month, you know, it's amazing. And if you start out driving, let's say $100 fare, the income behind that will be phenomenal. Get you some drivers, get you some riders, get you some incentivized financial freedom for having those things. It is amazing. I'm moving along through this here because the writing is already on the wall. We're adding verticals to the system. We're adding verticals to the source. And there's more ways to get paid here in the company. We just launched a couple weeks ago a company called Bill Genius. Bill, and put an S on that, Bills. So you're looking at your cable bill, you're looking at your home security bill, you're looking at your cell phone bill, you're looking at your gas bill, you're looking at any bill that you pay monthly. Just like if you, we can relate this to, you ever had your credit score at a very low number and you paid a company to negotiate with your lenders to take off negative information on your credit report. Wow. That was a company that somebody created to where you can pay a monthly fee to have somebody monitor your credit on your behalf so you can get a greater credit score to borrow money. That is amazing. So we took that concept, and it's so amazing. Technology is all the way around us. If you look at a peanut butter and jelly sandwich long enough, you can come up with a concept to where that peanut butter and jelly, you buy a bottle of a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly. Somebody looked at that long enough, and they put the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar, and they sold it. How long did it take to create that? It's just a matter of time when a person made a decision. That's all it took. It's so amazing that, wow, I could have thought of that. How many times have you said that? More ways to get paid in the technology industry that's constantly revolving. Bill Genius, where you can upload 3 bills of yours. I would say a minimum of 3, because you want this technology to go to work for you in areas to where you're spending money on a regular, and then the bills is coming every 30 days. That's called residual bills. Just like residual income, you get paid every day, week, and month, and year here at Ibuumerang. But then we have residual bills that we pay out. You ever had residual coming in? Give me a call here, 313-686-4817. We can definitely talk about that. So Bill Genius, what it does, it takes your bills at no cost to you, and they call on your behalf. They call Sprint. They call T-Mobile. They call all of the companies that you're paying monthly, and they make sure that you're getting the best price for your buck. That's right. Brand new, never happened before, Bill Genius. They've saved thousands of dollars so far, and we're not even a month old. Tie into us, get the information. Remember, one shot on this planet. We're running around trying to save in every area of our lives. If you make that savings a priority, you'll find yourself financially incentivized for sharing the information that was so freely given to you. 313-686-4817. That's right. They're changing the game out here. That is another vertical added to the source, which is the Prius. And the product that you would use to have access to the source are the boomerangs. Boomerangs is nothing but a smart code that we send you at no cost to you. Uber sent you a free app. Took them 18 months to get it out to enough people. Took them 2 years to get a rider and a car together. Uber don't own any cars. They probably started buying some now. Ubers don't own auto insurance. Do Uber drivers get paid when they don't drive? Do Lyft drivers? That's not heard of until Ibuumerang. We even got something with our Vibe rides called girl power. What do I mean about girl power? That means if you are a woman and all you want to do is pick up women at a certain time in the evening, you're a girl driver, all you want to do is pick up women riders, choose your vibe. And as women out there looking for rides and you just want a woman driver, choose your vibe. That's right. Suppose you want to impress that woman or that guy. You can actually choose for an upscale vehicle, limo, Lamborghini, whatever, to come pick you up and impress that person. Choose your vibe. First time ever. Edgar, when is it coming to Michigan? I don't know, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. We have another vertical that I haven't talked about, and it's called Zents. It starts with a Z, Zents. And it's choose your mood. And what it is, it's something that gives you what your body is missing based on all of this stuff that's out here. And it's Zents. You just kind of slip it on your nose. It's like it reminds me of an earring, your nose being pierced, but you kind of turn it inside and it push it up. It's 2 little bitty pads, real little, that has a fragrance on there that'll last about 12 hours. And it's great for face mask breath. I mean, in a face mask, you the only one can smell the breath that you're holding on to. So the different things that's taking place, you can literally just be amazed at Zents. So now you can choose your mood, and it's great for people with allergies and things of that nature. You always want to be tied to something that's evolving, that's going to give you the benefits that you're looking for. So yes, it's constantly more things that will be adding to the crib, more verticals that's coming along. Always my suggestion, get in the way of what's next and let it run you over financially to the point to where you can reach one and teach one. You always want to be giving. I mean, when you're sharing time with anybody, you want it to be uplifting and inspiring. You want it to be life-changing. You want it to be memorable. You always, that right there gets you further than anything else out here. You know, so when you're looking at Vibe Rides, when you're looking at Ibuumerang, when you're looking at Bill Genius, when you're looking at Zents, when you're looking at travel, you looking to save and feel different based on technology. If Facebook cut you a check for all of the face things you've been doing, you wouldn't complain. It probably wouldn't even matter how much it was. Now you can be financially incentivized for doing the same thing that we've been so comfortably free doing. We didn't know we could get paid for using things like Lexus and Series and Google and all of those people. Black-owned, operated, debt-free company, Ibuumerang, has created a financial incentivized situation out here in technology that we're already using, that when you change how you use it, you are financially incentivized. So it's exciting about getting this information, and the money portion of it is great. We could go in detail later. You can reach me here at 313-686-4817, and we'll talk about the income. We'll talk about how to change your life and somebody else's life financially, and always remembering that whatever you put in is what you get out. So the commitment on how much you can make depends on you. You know, then you can get involved in the company. You can build your company, or you can just get involved and don't have anybody else join. I know a lady in the company, she has 1,700 boomerangs out there. She don't have no downline or anything. 1,700 boomerangs, 1,700 customers, 1,700 nutritional supplements for children has been fed every time we give out a boomerang. And every time those people use that boomerang, she get financially incentivized for life. So how do you have a customer for life? You have a 6-digit code that is tied to you when you save, period. And when you grow up and your kids grow up and, I want to go out of town. Well, here, use my boomerang. You're still getting paid from years of just using something to where you was not financially satisfied. I mean, the money, the lifestyle, all of that stuff is different. But if you do decide you want to get a team of people, you get one on your left, one on your right, that activates a dual team to where you can comfortably make over $25,000. That's $2,500 a week. So it's no cap on the income. You can earn as much as you want. You can build a team if you like, or you can just hang out in it and pass out boomerangs. To date, I have 344 boomerangs out there. Let's say only 41 of the people decided to use it. Penny saved is a penny earned. How do we get started? $49.95. Get you started. You get the boomerangs and things of that nature. Reach me, 313-686-4817. Learn more about it. You know, we got different positions to learn about it, earn about it, and keep you getting paid. So let's get started. What's holding you up? What's in your way? If you don't have enough, this is a great business for you, because we got a way where you can actually get involved and earn money to get involved. You know, and once again, the disclaimer is up here to where all of the income, financial freedom that you will be gaining will be based on your personal efforts. So until we meet again, Ibuumerang here. Boom. See you later. Enjoy your day.